Light and soft, yeah, that's exactly the two words. So soft than, to be honest, at the beginning when I said it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video I'm with Theo with Meta Endurance. Theo is our expert, and this is a Trail Expert Edition review of the Brooks Caldera 7. Theo, how are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a shoe that you quite like.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. It was a shoe that trained me a lot for the Madeira Ultra Trail, for instance.
That you did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And 115 kilometers, so you must have spent some hours in this shoe. And
Yes.
we'll discuss it because I think people want to know your experience in this shoe. First of all, let's look at some specs. We have 26 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 20 in the forefoot. That's the midsole only. So if you add the insole and the outsole, we're probably looking at 36 millimeters drop. 150 euros, $160. Quite a good price point.
Yeah, it's worth
We were discussing before shooting the video that this is actually a nice price point. And the weight is 300 grams for men's US size 43. You're 43 and a half, so your shoe is probably around 300 grams, 309 grams maybe. Theo, let's start with the upper. Is it a comfortable upper?
Yes, Alex, it's a comfortable one. Maybe not the smoothest one, but here the padding and on the heel is quite welcoming, but could have been a bit better. Like it's a bit rigid also.
Yeah, it's a stiff heel, yeah.
Stiff. And here the lace are really good. Only the mesh, I think it's a bit scratchy, let's say.
It's quite abrasive.
Exactly. But I didn't get any blister, so no, in overall it's a good upper.
And I think there's something you mentioned that I think is also important to know, is that the lockdown is quite secure and you don't have too much movement. Or even on technical terrain, descents, it was nicely secure for your foot.
Definitely, the shoes make a great job on this, like your feet doesn't move inside, so which is really important on trail running to avoid any blisters or anything. So the laces are really thin. Really precise. You can store it here on the front of the shoes, and the fit is true to size. It's also for wide feet. It's a good shoes also for wide feet. No, really.
Not much to complain about.
Nothing.
Maybe some improvements in the material, and I agree that the first sensation when your foot encounters that material could be a bit better, a bit softer. That would probably add a bit of that pleasure to be in the shoe, more of that softer feel.
Cocoon. Yeah, or
But
maybe
it's-
we're not used to, but also we have to think that in trail running we face some rocks, etc., and difficult terrains. And this one, I think it's really a good mesh. And
So you think the plasticky thing is to protect the mesh and to make it a bit more resistant?
it could be, yeah.
Okay. Looking at the midsole, this is DNA Loft. This is a nitrogen-injected midsole. It was also the case on the Brooks Caldera 6. Same technology. So I mean, if you've never seen it in your house, it's basically a very small, hard piece of material. It's heated, and then there's some nitrogen injected. It makes it what we call supercritical foam a bit lighter. Did it feel like a light and soft foam underfoot?
Light and soft, yeah, that's exactly the two words. So soft than, to be honest, at the beginning when I said it, like I was a bit scared on technical terrain because the stack is quite high, the shoes is wide, so you think it's not the precise shoes at the beginning, but because of the softness of the foam here, the shoes is able to adapt to every kind of terrains.
It's actually very interesting because when you think of it, when you think of a soft trail shoe, you think of instability, maybe ankle rolling issues.
Exactly.
And in the end, here it's a positive. It's the softness of the midsole contouring the terrain and, like you said, adapting to the terrain. So it's quite a nice thing. Do you think that the outsole is obviously harder than the midsole, like always on every shoe? Is it kind of also helping to encapsulate that softness of the midsole? And do you think that it plays a role in making like the perfect combo, if we can call it that?
Yeah, the outsole also is quite soft, and we can see it
just by pressing on
exactly. So, but still, it's an aggressive one. So I think it's a good combo, like the kind of softness, but then your shoes sticks in the ground in every type of conditions and every type of terrains.
You said that you ran a lot with this shoe to prepare a Madeira Ultra Trail. What type of runs did you do? Is it only easy running in a shoe like that, or is it aggressive and versatile enough to also do some hill reps and such?
I use them more for like a long run outside, an easy one. It's quite complicated to push them like and do like some short-term repetition or anything like this. Also because the rocker is not so present on these shoes.
So you feel like you need to put more energy to, if you want to do intervals, it's costing you more energy?
It's costing me more energy, yes, when I want to do intervals. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. The shoe is responsive, but not as responsive as we want for a kind of
Okay.
this.
So more
this
endurance
training.
and so on. That's for you with a very high level in trail running. Do you think, Theo, that for people looking for one trail shoe in their rotation, people running mostly on the road, or even people doing only trail but that want to buy only one shoe, this could be the versatile all-rounder that they can have to do pretty much everything?
Definitely, because first it will be a shoes for everyone. Thanks to the fit, is perfect. Also for wide fit, it makes a perfect job. Also, the softness will please to a huge majority of people.
Is it even for people with a bit higher level of pronation? Can they use this shoe? Is it stable enough despite the softness?
Yeah, definitely, because we can see here the outsole. I think it's one of the widest outsole of the market.
Especially when you look at it, I mean, you say it, but the midsole here, of course, like the forefoot is quite wide and the heel is also quite generous, but even the midfoot, it's not going like, it's not narrowing too much. So yeah,
so
you have some
it's
support.
stable. This shoes is stable for I think every kind of runners. And yes, to be honest, for 150 bucks, still a budget, but you can do everything with this. You can go on every terrain, easy, tough one, no problem.
That's nice. Speaking of technical terrains, you mentioned a bit the outsole. You said that this is a classic shape for you, the V shape and then the reverse V in the heel. But you also said before shooting the video that this is actually a very aggressive and very precise type of outsole.
Yeah.
Can you explain what it means for you as a high-level trail runner when you can run on technical terrains, how an outsole works?
Yeah, in fact, here this kind of shape will be able to push you forward, so the traction is really good on this one. And when you go downhill, you can break down a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, the crampons, I think it's like 3.5 millimeters at least on these shoes, so which is quite in the high on the
It's deep lugs. Yeah, it's really deep lugs.
Yeah,
I think you said it's 4 millimeters.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's you can see them. It's like quite deep. Is it also, in your opinion, thanks to that depth of lugs, that you will get some durability from the outsole?
Yeah, I ran several hours with these shoes, and at the moment I don't see any kind of damages, let's say, on the plugs. So I think it's a shoe which can last several miles.
Yeah, a few hundred miles for sure, a few hundred kilometers. Theo, last but not least, you said that this is a versatile shoe that many people can use as an all-rounder shoe. We didn't mention distances. Is it a shoe that people will take for a 50-kilometer trail or up to UTMB and beyond 100 miles and more? What do you see?
It depends on everyone, in fact. Like if you are a pro athlete, you will not use it for a 50K. If you are normal people who just want to run like a trail and with good comfort and the shoes for 50K until like ultra trail will make a job, really.
Theo, thank you so much. This is super nice to have those trail expert editions where we can dive deeper into trail shoes. Thank you for being here with us today. We will link to the review of the Brooks Ghost Max, another shoe from Brooks that we have here on the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your rides, and go beyond your limits. And Theo, I hope we'll see you very soon on the channel.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you.